So, I'm not going anywhere, so don't try me. Let me stop. I'm out of rapping. So, hey, first of all, I appreciate you guys allowing me to be here to speak to your lives. I said 5 minutes, I didn't say 15 minutes, but I'll take 10 more minutes from you. So, I'm Manny Busan, and I want to talk to you guys about a winning sales strategy. And I'm actually not here to motivate you, because motivation is going to fade. Let's be real. I'm here to empower you. And I'm also here to kind of get your nerves a little bit. I'm not here to make friends, sorry in advance. But I truly believe that from this, we will be able to have something that's gonna be lasting to our lives, all right? So, I'm a very corny person, so I have an acronym for sales that I believe when we can implement this into our lives, we will see definitely lasting changes, not just tomorrow, but today as well, all right? So let's run. So, all right, let's see if we get some crowd participation. So, clap one time if you want to be successful. I said one time, all right? Clap 2 times if you're going to have a killer year financially. All right, it's a little better. Clap 3 times if you're going to be massively successful. All right? And go ahead and give yourself a round of applause in advance for having a great year. Go on, let me hear it. Come on, let me hear it. Come on, it's a golf clap. Come on, I'll give you better. I'll give you better. There we go. All right, cool. All right, awesome. So, when it comes to sales, you guys know me, I'm huge on mindset. So the first letter in sales is obviously S. If you guys went to school and graduated. If you didn't, you should not be in this room. Go to HR, we'll get that corrected. All right, cool. When it comes to sales, the first thing you have to have is a strong mindset. Say strong mindset.
Strong mindset.
Say it again, say it better. Strong mindset.
Strong mindset.
All right, cool. So, you are the 5-star general in the army of your life. And your brain is a soldier in your army. Let me say it again. You are a 5-star general in the army of your life. And your brain is a soldier in your army. If you tell your brain you will not be successful, your brain is going to find ways for you not to be successful. If you tell your brain that you cannot do it, as a soldier, your brain is going to find ways for you not to do it. But if you tell your brain you will be successful, your brain will find ways for you to be successful. If you tell your brain that we'll find a way to win, your brain is going to find ways for you to win, because you are a 5-star general in the army of your life. And your brain takes orders from you. Sales is 95% mental. I'm going to say it again. Sales is 95% mental. Every single thing you do comes back to your mindset. And lastly, when it comes to a strong mindset, like Nelson Mandela said, it's only impossible until it's done. So when I was a rep, you guys hear me say it a lot of times. At this point, I don't care. So I actually was able to win President's Cup 4 years in a row. That was my goal. My standard was President's Club or bust, for me. I'm not saying this for everybody. And one year, my manager said, hey, so-and-so's kicking your butt. You know, she grew, $750,000 from last year to this year. I said, all right, I'm gonna go up $1 million in sales. I said, I'm gonna grow $1 million in sales from one year to the next. He said, hey, it's never been done before. I said, because I haven't done it yet, baby. All right? And that next year, guess what happened? I grew $1 million in sales, right? I put it in my mind that I was gonna do it, and guess what happened? It happened, all right? So you have to have a strong mindset, all right? Say strong mindset.
Strong mindset.
All right, cool. A, next letter in the alphabet, when it comes to this. All gas, some brakes, all right? All gas, some brakes. I want you to go as fast as you can this year, and I want you to push yourself as much as you can this year, but the only time I want you to slow down is when you get a yes. Sometimes what's happening is we're getting the yes, but we're speeding through the process too fast, and we're missing finite details that are costly. You need to ask the question, who else needs to be involved in this decision to make sure this is actually concrete? Ask the question, who else can stop this from moving forward? And lastly, who is the final decision makers? If you're not asking these questions, you will never be able to be successful long term, and it will not be sustained. You need to make sure you go all gas and some breaks, all right? So, I know Jennifer loves that analogy, all right? It's all about chopping wood. You guys know about chopping wood, right? You will never be able to bring down a tree on the first strike, right? A lot of times it takes multiple strikes for you to go ahead and take that tree down. So you guys might have heard me say this so many times before. It is your persistence over the resistance. Say persistence, over the resistance. Say it like you mean it. Persistence, over the resistance. Somebody's gonna cave in, and I believe it will not be anybody in this room. All right? One day, that tree will fall down, but it will not fall down until you keep striking and striking and striking. Even when it doesn't seem like the tree is falling down, keep striking and striking and striking. And as I'm talking about striking, I want you to also sharpen your sword, sharpen your spear, sharpen whatever you're using to cut that tree down. How do you sharpen that tool? You gotta be able to get better clinically, and you have to get better professionally as well. What are you doing to strengthen your mindset? What are you doing to strengthen your actual sales ability as well? And lastly, how are you getting better clinically, all right? Last thing I want to talk about when it comes to all gas and some brakes. How bad do you want it? You say you want it, but does your actions line up to what you say? All right? Next point, I'm moving fast. It's all about leverage, all right? You have to leverage each other in the room. What I mean by that is going back to the analogy of chopping wood. You heard the term, iron sharpens iron. You have the ability to sharpen each other in this room. I believe another strategy is in this room. Another solution is in this room. An answer to your question might be in this room as well. You have to be able to sharpen each other for us to be able to move forward and win as a team. And I'm not talking about just here as a sales team. I want you to sharpen our customer service team. I want you to sharpen our financial team. I want you to sharpen our HR team and sharpen our marketing team. How do we do that? Hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, I know it's tough, but I appreciate you. Those small things help us get sharper together, and that's how we become number one in this place, all right? So, you have to sharpen, you have to be able to leverage your resources. In your hands, you have new marketing pieces. In a few moments, you will be able to have a sales playbook that many of you guys have been asking for. I'm gonna say this one time, I'm gonna get your nerves. If you don't do it next week, you'll never do it. The challenge is, you can have all the resources in the world, but if you don't put it into action, you will never use it. I'm gonna challenge you, do not let this catch dust. Because if it does, I believe you will not be able to move as far or as fast as you want to, all right? And lastly, I want you to leverage your why. What are you doing this for? Who are you doing this for? Don't just get up out of bed just get out of bed. Remember, what is your why? It's the reason what you do, why you do, all right? And then lastly, when it comes to sales, you gotta execute. And also, no excuses. There is a difference in challenge versus excuse. I am gonna really piss somebody off right now, but it's cool, all right? I don't have MCT in my territory. I acknowledge that is a challenge, all right? I'm not here to say it's gonna be an easy road. Winning that account may not be easy. Excuse, I will not win in my territory because I do not have MCT. There is a difference. If you see an ant, if you ever see an ant walk up to a wall, what happens is the ant keeps pushing against that wall. But you never see the ant stop. The ant keeps finding different ways. So the ant might try to go to the left, it might try to go to the right. But what the ant keeps doing, it keeps pushing itself until it finally breaks over to that wall. The problem with us is you get to a wall, you stop. You hear it go, you're like, all right, that's it. That's not gonna happen this year. Even if it takes longer than expected, I want you to keep pushing and keep driving and keep challenging yourself to push past that challenge. Remember, it is a challenge. Do not let it be an excuse, all right? And also when it comes to execution, it is all about discipline over motivation. It's easy to be motivated and be hoorah and leave here You get a call Monday morning and say, hey, your biggest account says, hey, I'm gonna stop using you. How do you stay motivated at that moment? You go to an account, you're expecting to win, all of a sudden they go with your competitor. You have to be able to have discipline over motivation. Say discipline, over motivation. All right? And lastly, if you can have these things, if you have a strong mindset, if you go all gas, some brakes, and you keep chopping wood, letting nothing stop you, letting nothing get in your way, if you leverage each other in this room, if you leverage your resources, and if you leverage your why, I believe this year, we will have great success. All right? And check it out. This is the year for us to break the bank. Break the bank. All right? When you get your quotas next week, you're going to be shocked. You're like, really? We are setting this up for you to be massively successful. And this year, I want you to break the bank. I want Baxter to be able to be like, oh man, we might have to change this or something. They're not going to. I promise you, they're not. But this year, it's time for us to break the bank. And lastly, I'll say this. This year, I will have a strong and solid mindset. This year, I'm going all gas, some brakes, I'm chopping wood. This year, I'm leveraging each other and my resources and my why. This year, I'm going to execute. There's a challenge, not an excuse. And this year, I'm going to have massive success. So, clap one time if you want to be successful. All right, that was good. That was good. Clap 2 times if you're not killing your financially. That's like. Clap 3 times if you're massively successful. And give yourself a round of applause for killing it.